Hey, it's day 5 of our Silver in 7 challenge, and I hope it's going well. I'm getting some great feedback from everyone. I can't wait to see all of the silvers this week. So, what we want to continue doing today in day 5, you want to continue, working on your list, but also making your posts personal, right? You want to post on Facebook every day about Plexus, but you also need to be posting on Facebook about non-Plexus stuff, right? So, share your life, share your story, but make all of your posts personal. And by personal, I mean about you. You can share someone else's journey, like you can share my story, you can share the success of others, but what you don't want to do is copy and paste posts that you see other ambassadors make. When you do that, because I promise you, your friends are friends with other Plexus people, when they see all of us sharing the same post, then it comes across as just a canned kind of marketing salesy post. So make them personal. If I have something that you think is a great post, take it and make it your own. Don't just copy and paste it, okay? So you're going to be working on that. You also want to work on, again, not being afraid of no, right? If you're afraid of no, then you're never going to get anybody to try Plexus if you're afraid to ask them. You guys have to detach from the word no and not take it personal. We talk about the waitress all the time. Imagine you go into a restaurant and this restaurant is known for their chicken fried steak. That is what they are known for. They're famous for it. They've been on diners, dive-ins, and drives, right? Everyone who goes there gets the chicken fried steak. You're there with a group of 5 people. The waitress comes over and asks you guys if you want it. 2 of you say, absolutely, that's what you're known for. That's why I came. That's what I'm getting. The other 3, you guys say no. What do you think the waitress does? Okay. She goes back into the kitchen, places the order. Does that no mean that you will never ever have chicken fried steak? Or the next time you're at that restaurant, you're not going to try it? No. It just means that at that time, you weren't ready for it. That's the attitude you have to have with your Plexus business. No does not mean forever. No just means not right now. I'm not ready. Many of us, maybe even you, said no at least once before saying yes to Plexus. So keep that in mind. The other thing, your task this week, though, is to be bold in talking to people about Plexus. Now, you don't want to puke Plexus on them. You want to look for those subtle lead-ins and conversations with people of how to bring up Plexus. But don't be afraid to bring it up. Be bold. Be confident. Have that conviction. Tell them, look, I am passionate about Plexus, and I would love to share my passion with you, right? I promise you, people need our products. We have something that can change people's lives. There's an energy crisis in America right now. 1 in 3 people say they don't have enough energy. The energy drink industry is a $9 billion industry. There's also a sugar crisis. Americans are eating more sugar now than they ever have. It's hidden in our food. We're consuming way too much. The World Health Organization recommends 2 teaspoons a day. On average, we eat 22. Plexus has products that can help people with both of those. We also have an obesity problem. All of our products can help with that. And talk about the other number 1 stressor. What's the number 1 stressor of marriages and relationships? Financial stress. We can help people with all of those. But if you are afraid to share that with them, they will never know. And I promise you, eventually, someone's going to share. So why not be you? Don't be afraid to share Plexus. Be bold. So this week, day 5, your challenge is 2 things. I want you to talk to 3 people about Plexus, okay? I want you to send them a message and tell them you want to share your passion, and here's what it is. Get them engaged around Plexus. The other thing I want you to do this week is I want you to follow up with people you've already reached out to. Follow up is key in this business. Let me read you some statistics, okay? 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% only contact them twice and then stop. 12% only contact them 3 times and stop. Here's why that is a problem, guys. You cannot be afraid to follow up with people, even people who've said no. Here's why. Look at these stats. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. You want to know how people are successful? If half of the people never follow up, then, and then another quarter of those people only follow up twice and then stop, only a small number of people are making the sales. It's the 80% of those sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. That's a huge number. I want us to be different. I want you to be different. I want you to follow up with your potentials, even those that have said no. Now, how to follow up, that's something you're going to have to find your groove in and find that healthy balance of when. When there's a special running, I follow up at least twice before the special ends. And, don't ever feel guilty about following up with a special because you're saving them money. That's what you're doing. So find a way to follow up. They might, you might tell them, hey, I know when I asked earlier, you weren't interested, it wasn't a good time. I'm wondering if now would be a good time. I just believe in these products so much and know they would help you. I would love the opportunity to share with you. So that's your task for today. Let's get out there and do it.